Hello, viewers. Welcome to Will It Cat! Hooray! Hey, look, we got a fancy new cat to meet. This is my main fighting cat. Meet Prowlkin. She's wearing a fancy dress.
Is that a battle axe?
Yeah, she's holding a battle axe. So her armor and weapon are both made from deviant monsters, so, you know, shush on that a little bit. But,
I have no idea which deviants they are, kids.
You can't really tell by looking at them anyway, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know in the first place.
Yeah, good. So just don't worry about it. So the reason we're going with level-capped Prowler today, which is the first time we are busting out one of my level-capped Prowlers, because the next monster we're fighting, I had some trouble with him. Oh, good lord! Our target today is Teostra, who is, as I mentioned before, another Elder Dragon who also appears in Worlds.
Who is affectionately referred to as Toaster.
Yes, I call him Toaster.
This is what happens when you don't empty the crumb tray at the bottom. It turned into this.
Right! That's a good way of putting it. So, yeah, so as usual, we'll start by talking about him in this game, and then we can mention his stuff in World. So, here he is, Teostra. He's a Manticore.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's really only the
really
cat
cool.
part.
Yeah, it's a really cool design. I like this. Like, I appreciate monsters who aren't just generic dragons and/or dinosaurs, and there's not very many of them. So each one that is not is precious to me, even this guy. His main weaknesses are dragon and water. The weapon we are using, though, is neither of these things. This is just a high raw damage weapon, which is, always an option if you want to go that route. If you want to be lazy, and believe me, I'm all for being lazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. His breakable parts. You can break his horns, his wings, and, of course, cut off his tail.
Yep.
And, again, taking this from the wiki, so take this with a grain of salt. It also mentioned, as usual, one of his weakness signs is certain parts break, and it didn't mention which one. I am gonna guess the horns, because when I fight Teostra, I always seem to break his horns super late in the fight.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Even when I'm beating on his head mercilessly with a hammer. Which I do, because it's fun. Yeah, and I mentioned he is indeed an Elder Dragon, and because this always seems to come up, and I never remember to look this up, except this time I did, he was introduced in Monster Hunter Freedom Unites. Ha!
Which is exactly why he is my favorite Elder Dragon.
Because you played Freedom Unite a lot?
Yes, that's why I have carpal tunnel.
Gotcha. Alright, so your general strategy for Toaster, first of all, fuck Toaster. I don't really like him. I didn't have a particular feeling about him before I had to record this hunt, because I guess I just hadn't fought him much before World anyway. And then going back to him here, I was just like, oh my god, how do you even deal with this? This hunt actually took me a few attempts to do, not because I couldn't beat him. Oh no problem on the beating him. But I couldn't make it look good. It was messy. And it's not enough for me to simply beat the monster at this point. I want to embarrass the monster. I tried Beast Cat. That did not work out very well at all. Who knew? I just tried Gathering Cat. Messy. So, Fighting Cat worked out pretty well. Not because rodeos are particularly effective on him, but a little more defense is helpful on this guy, because his movement patterns are extremely unpredictable. He does shitloads of damage, and also he does Blast Blight a lot. So this is one of the cases where I think it's the skill Biology that makes you immune to Blast Blight. You might actually want to toss that on, because the Blast Blight is annoying. You gonna say something, Seligna?
Yeah, I noticed it did a lot of damage, because when he jumped on you before, you lost like 3/4 of your health.
Yeah, he's nasty. And, you know, he's got that fire breath, which has huge range. He does explosions. He can do a small radius explosion and a large radius explosion.
I noticed
And
he can also
both are
shit out
painful.
explosions.
Yeah, he when he's in rage mode like he is now. Oh hey, that's his other thing. Okay, so Teostra, he goes into his rage mode, and then when he's in rage mode, you're actually on a timer, and you can tell he's in rage mode because he'll start throwing out the blast shit, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so when in rage mode, you are on a timer. At the end of that timer, he will jump into the air and do that explosion attack of his. I call it the supernova. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but that's what I call it.
It's a pretty common term for it.
Right.
But
Now,
that was the
there's a couple
supernova, because like holy shit,
that was it.
there was no
That was it.
preamble for that. He just
Right? Oh, yeah, so, like, you can knock him out of rage mode by doing enough damage to his head or cutting off his tail, supposedly. That's what the wiki said. And honestly, it's recommended because, as we saw just now, the Nova has almost no wind-up. He just jumps in the air and kaboom, there it is. That was one reason I had to do so many attempts at this recording, because he kept catching me with the Nova, because I was completely unprepared for how it works in this game. Holy lord. Oh, and yeah, there was a nice rodeo with the Mega Boomerang, too, because, hey, you gotta have that, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
noticed
let's see.
touching him hurts you.
Yes, that's his fire aura. He has that active sometimes. The wiki said that the fire aura deactivates when he's poisoned. Take that with a grain of salt. I didn't get to test it.
I have never heard that before.
Yep, that's
No,
what it
I
said.
think
so.
they mixed him up with Goosh.
That the
it-
fire aura is a thing that happens when he's angry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe so. So again, you can knock him out of that by doing enough damage to his head, which actually is rather difficult because of how wiggly he is. Like, he does not stay still for very long, and it's really hard to get hits on the head, which again messed me up because I will segue to talking about him in World just a bit. I have fought Toaster a lot in World because he's one of like the 3 or 4 Elder Dragons that you have, and just from the way World is structured, you end up fighting Elder Dragons a lot, and it's okay. So I will say this. Are you ready, guys? I'm going to make a declaration, okay? I have found it. I have found the one monster I prefer fighting in World, and it's this guy.
Yeah, like, just for context here, if there's anybody watching this that has just not played any Monster Hunter whatsoever in World, his supernova, like, it's actually very dramatic and has a big tail.
It does. So
you
you
have
have
time
plenty
to
of time
Superman
to see the Nova coming, sheath your weapon, start running away from him, and do the panic dive. No problem. Super easy to avoid.
Like,
Not so here.
I think they compensated for it by making the hitbox a lot larger.
Yes. The Nova hitbox here is definitely smaller, but it also stuns you when he hits you with it.
Yeah. It's,
So
I
that's not
did
good.
notice something else different.
Go for it.
The explosions around him. In World, he actually places them beforehand instead of just exploding them.
Yeah, and also in World, he doesn't move as much, or at least his movements are more predictable, less erratic, I find. Because I can roll up to Toaster with the frigging hammer and just beat on his face all day long.
Oh yeah.
And not really have a problem. Or just, use the insect glaive and do aerial attacks on him, on his wings, because his wings are super vulnerable in the air. So it's like...
I
it was
noticed
like
another
fighting a
issue
completely
with
different thing.
I noticed another issue with him being wiggly.
Yeah.
The camera.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, camera issue, being camera issue, I hardly notice anymore.
yeah, that's just classic Monhan. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
what you're
that's just-
fighting.
Yeah, that's just Monhan.
I also noticed something. It looks like he was redesigned for World.
I mean, all monsters were, really.
What I mean is
They all
his
look
entire body structure is incredibly different.
No, it looks the same
No,
to
not-
me.
no.
The
Same
face
old
looks
Toaster to
very
me.
different.
Same old Toaster, man.
No, it's definitely the same.
Oh, it must
Yeah,
have been a very long
that-
time since I fought Toaster in World. I'll have to look that up.
Well, I mean, he's gonna look different because, you know, he's redone in high res, so obviously he's gonna look different, but the same basic structure of his body and stuff is the same. It's recognizably Toaster.
I don't think he did that in World.
Oh, the tail swipe? Oh, no, he definitely does.
No,
That often?
Yeah,
he twerks on you.
Yeah, he twerks on you a lot in Worlds. That's one of his signature attacks.
That must be because I'm never behind him. I'm always on top of him because I was playing Sword and Shield.
Nova, whoop, okay.
Holy shit! There's just no warning for that.
No warning! Like, I going into this thought, okay, no problem, I'll just treat him like I treated Amatsu, and, you know, sheathe my weapon and burrow when he Novas. Ah ha ha! No, sweet naive Silver, no! So, I had to readjust my whole strategy, which is why it took so many attempts to get him right, because, oh my god, fuck you, Toaster, I hate you.
Yeah, that wind-up is, like, non-existent.
Nothing! It's nothing!
It went from normal, blowing up.
Yeah, and you notice I have been focusing on his head whenever I can, and I have not yet managed to knock him out of rage mode before he blows up.
And you're wearing top-tier equipment.
I'm wearing top tier equipment, and this is a level capped cat. This is about as good as I can make a prowler. And I blame Toaster. This is a Toaster problem. This is not a me problem.
No. This is a Toaster design problem.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Did he have the fire aura in World?
Yes.
Of course he does.
Huh. Wonder why I would never noticed it.
Yeah, because he's not that bad in Worlds.
He's actually who I
really
farmed
not.
a lot in World. I loved soloing him.
Yeah, and his armor is really good and has good skills and all, so you want to fight him a lot, and I did.
His sword and
So-
shield is amazing.
Yeah, he's got good equipment, so it's a good thing that he's fairly pleasant to fight because you end up doing it a lot. You know, regarding his horn break, the reason I think that it may be HP related is because I always seem to only break his horns at the very end when you chase him back to his den and he's asleep and you put the bombs around him and then do a really big attack and explode him. Then the horns usually break.
Okay.
That's what makes me think so. Only on one of the failed attempts on him that I managed to break his horns.
Only on one.
And it
that failed.
was the one that OBS ate.
Oh, so you wouldn't even be able to insert a clip of that anyway.
Nope, unfortunately.
Okay, you
Yeah,
know
but-
who he reminds me of?
Who?
Classic Rathian.
Yeah, Rathian is actually another monster who is better in Worlds.
Because Rathian can easily stun-lock you in this version.
Yeah. And, you know, I did mention preferring Rathian in World initially, because Rathian anyway isn't all that bad for me, because cats. Aha, see, that right there was pro-tier strat. You're on the
Yeah.
ground, you see a monster winding up for big attack, stay down!
Yeah, because you're invulnerable until you start to get back up.
I do like
Yep.
the attention to detail of his fire breath.
Uh-huh.
The fact that it's white and blue right near his mouth, but turns red and orange as it goes further out.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not saying his design or anything.
Oh, no.
is bad.
I'm saying that's a really neat attention to detail.
It is. It's realistic because blue and white fire is hotter, and it would be hotter when it leaves his mouth.
Oh, I was wondering when you would Acorn.
Excuse you? You were wondering when Silver would Acorn.
Well, given how
Wow.
much you complained about him, I assumed even the successful one would have at least one Acorn.
Gosh, I really... Can you feel the love here? I really can hear the sheer confidence you all have in me. I really appreciate it.
It looks like you broke one of his horns.
No. His horns are a single break, and it is very obvious when you do it.
Then his horns aren't symmetrical then?
They are, but when you break them, they're both broken. And as you can see, they are both very much intact right now.
Yeah, they are both very much symmetrical.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I noticed. When you stagger him here, he only kind of just, like, reels back for, like, a
Yeah, he
second.
didn't fall over.
Yeah, in World, when you stagger him, he falls the fuck over, his wings are on the ground, and you can just go ham on him for a few seconds. It's great. I
Like-
never got that.
Like, that was the same animation, except he fell forward instead of on his side. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I never got to have, like, the satisfying beatdown part. The only time I got to do that was when I rodeoed him. So it's like, it doesn't even properly reward you for beating him the right way. Like, ugh, bad monster. Don't like it. And I staggered him quite a lot.
Yeah, same animation, but he falls back on his feet. Fuck off.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's just
Yeah,
unfair.
fuck off with that. Fuck up with that. So, good job, World. You finally made me vastly prefer a monster, even though I couldn't cat it. Good job.
Did he have
Man.
the KO stars, but he was standing up?
What happened now?
He had the KO stars, but he was standing up.
That was a
That's because he
flash
was,
bomb.
yeah, he was blinded.
Okay, why do they use the same animation?
Would you,
I mean, you can very much tell when a monster is KO'd versus blinded, because in the former, they fall down on the ground and start twitching.
also, you can tell he was flash potted because of the giant flash that happened before he was blinded.
Oh, I thought
Also
that was
that-
his explosion.
No.
No, if it completely blinds the screen, it's a flash.
Oh, okay. Well, he took a while
Oh.
to go to another zone.
He zoned a lot while I was fighting him. He was just a cowardly little lion. Cowardly lion. I am taking the opportunity to refill my acorn real quick because he's just over there in that zone, and the camp is right here. So,
Yeah.
cut away to me refilling the acorn, because why not? It's right there.
Trying to hide your shame.
Hey, I even said what I was doing.
Yeah, but now there's no big red X over that acorn up there.
There is not, because I refilled it. Off camera.
Hiding your shame.
Hiding my shame. You may notice that I do activate Furious in this fight, because it also gives you stat buffs. Even if you don't try and get a rodeo with it, it's still good to have it active.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So definitely recommend it if you're running a fighting cat. No matter what your overall strategy is, if you can Furious, do it. Because it's good.
Now I'm tempted to make a reference.
How bad is the reference?
Good. Let your hate flow through you.
Yes.
Did he
Hey,
just
did you see that?
zone
He was
again?
limping. He was limping.
I thought Elder Dragons didn't limp.
They
They
do!
They limp. You just can't capture them, dude.
That seems like a tease, but okay.
It shows
It's
you
a
that they're
signifier
weakened,
they're almost dead.
I
not-
understand
and thus
that.
you can,
I understand
and thus
that.
you can chase them back to their den and sleep bomb them. That's like, hey, look, he actually went to 4. I chased him there. He immediately zoned over to 1, which is where he sleeps. So hey, I can't sleep bomb him, but I can do this. This'll hurt. Well, bam, right on the head. Well, bam, dead.
Nice.
Wow.
Mwah. Yeah.
You
But
know,
as you can
I
see,
can-
horn's not broken.
Yeah, I did. The only thing it seems like is missing from Manticore is the scorpion tail.
Snake tail.
Oh, snake
Yeah,
tail.
snake tail.
But do we really want to deal with that along with all this other bullshit?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I wanted the snake tail.
Yeah, manticores are cool. I take it.
But I guess they needed to be distinct enough, you know.
Yeah. I can understand, but
Like he
okay.
has regular wings instead of like eagle wings or whatever.
Yeah, okay. He always reminded me of a manticore, which is why I said so.
He's more of like a cat-themed dragon.
He even pounces around like a cat.
Well, he's definitely cat-like. I would never deny
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But looking at this, I vastly prefer him in World myself.
Yeah, same, man. And I didn't remember him being that bad.
Hey,
Probably
look, a
because I haven't
gem.
fought it very much. Yes, I got a gem. How about that? Again.
And an ancient
I don't-
shard.
You have
What
no
now?
need for it, but...
And the ancient shard. Okay,
Yeah,
it's both
arcane
sticks.
strike.
That's-
Eh. I haven't even bothered to appraise any of those ancient shards that I picked up, or, like, done the thing with those weapons that you do. I forget even what you're supposed to do. It's been so long.
Well, the arcane strike is like... It's not special. If it were...
It's a royal scepter.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get a royal scepter with blast element, I might add, which is pretty nice. And then, isn't this cute though? Look at this. You get a crown with like lovely royal locks and a kingly suit.
That looks cool.
Yeah, the toaster armor equipment looks very cool.
Even on the
Which
human,
is
it's all
Yeah.
It's even more true in World. World's cat equipment is very, very good as well.
Yeah,
It's a shame
it's
you can't
very
play.
like Clockwork King kind of look.
Even on the hunter, it's very clockwork.
Yes. So that was Toaster. Next time, if my memory is correct, we will be fighting the last couple of monsters that you can fight in the single player at all.
Okay.
We'll almost have fought them all. So we'll look forward to that, huh?
Oh yeah.
We will see you next time. Thanks for
All right.
watching.
See ya.
Goodbye.